Hello, hello, hello. It's been a while, hasn't everybody? It's been a while. I forgot how to talk. So, first things first. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming back on such short notice, but that's how it always is. It's always a big surprise. So, first off, can everyone hear me okay? I think I'm in the yellow. I just want to be sure. I've been messing around with the audio setup and everything, so we cool? Let me see. We're cool? Yes. Thank you, Liston. Let me say hello to everyone who is in here. Welcome, Worm, and Liston, and Plush Blue, and Twister. Hey, Donnie, and welcome, Erica, and Curly. Happy Halloween, yes, indeed. And welcome back, Manny, and Lee. Thank you for my nickname. I like being a Jazzy Joe. And Manny, yes, it will be a request stream, but strictly Halloween themed. Sorry. Meant to take that sip of tea before I started. Halloween themed, and I, again, have limited amount of time, so I probably might not get to everything in this stream, and I'll be working on the stuff that I didn't finish throughout the week, as usual. But I wanted to start with the Betty Boop, because I had that idea. I'm sure everyone's had this idea. I'm sure it's an old cliche at this point, but normally when I have a pun idea or a mashup idea, I do a Google search and see that a million other people have already done it, and so I don't do it. But this one was so cute, I just wanted, even if everyone's done it, I just want to do it anyway. And Matthew, hello, howdy, howdy, and Dennis, and I think we are caught up. Oh, and Toongoon. Welcome, Toongoon, and Killzone. I think you're new. I think I would have remembered a Killzone. And Aisha, welcome. All right. I think we're good. I think that's everything. So I'm just going to dive into Betty. And I had this little sketch. And I'm going to see what I can do. Oh, gosh, I've got TV Paint key commands in my fingers. I got to shake them out and get the Photoshop key commands. Okay. So I just had the idea. I was like, hey, boo is in the word boop, so I'm gonna do a thing of Betty Boop being a you get it. So I need to remind myself what her shapes are like. And again, I'm not gonna be too fussed about staying entirely on model. But just so that I hit the major shapes so that she's recognizable. And I think I'm gonna give her Elvira, like an Elvira bouffant. But keep. Whoa! Hello. Oh! Edible knees. Happy holidays. I'll throw you. Oh, I can't. My stupid face was blocking the text, but you did the Twitch thing. Thank you for... Oh, it's here too. Could I draw Ghost Sheet Girl? Basically just a girl to regular Ghost Sheet... Oh my gosh! Ghost Sheet Girl. I was actually just doodling. Just a traditional ghost costume. I should throw up the form. It's been a while. There's the request form. That helps me keep track of requests. There you go. And hopefully I have the bots under control so that it's not going to keep throwing up the form every 2 seconds. And let me just check that the form is open, because sometimes I forget to open up the form. It is not open. Now it is. It is now open.
Happy Halloween.
Oh, thank you, Beowulf. Happy Halloween to you as well. Now, I've got to... You know what? I'm going to put this over here. Or over here. Yeah, I'm going to put this over here. Because I want to be able to read it. Requests are full. Oh my gosh, I thought I got everything. I'm going to turn off requests full and say requests are open. There you go. Look at me remembering how to do all of this. So my husband just got me Nate, what is this?
Stream Deck.
A Stream Deck. He just got me a Stream Deck. I haven't programmed it yet, but that's going to make everything so much easier once we get it figured out. So thank you, everyone, for the really lovely words and tips and super chats. It warms my heart. Thank you so much. I'm going to continue on with Betty while I wait for some of those juicy requests to come in. Oh, we got another follow. Thank you, Dark Gosp. Dark Gosp 97. I read that as Dark Gossip. I'm not sure. I think that's funnier. Not that you have to have a funny username, but it doesn't hurt. So, it's been a couple months. How is everybody? You guys have any fun stories? You guys been doing good? Now it's officially fall. I know, I feel like summer was just 5 minutes ago, and then I opened the door today and it was gray. Leaves were swirling around. And it was kind of a spooky fall day. And it was, I didn't really feel it in my heart, but summer is officially gone. On to Halloween. So, it's just so weird. Betty Booth. She's related to John Wilkes Booth. She's very ashamed. Betty Boop's mouth is so strange. It's like it's just hanging off of her chin. I know it's sort of like those old Kewpie dolls they don't really make anymore, but it's just strange. I don't like how it sinks, her cheeks sink down. So I always just kind of flatten that out. Yeah. And I think it's been so long that since I've been here, I haven't been able to talk about. I watched some TV that I actually liked, like new TV, not just stuff from 80 years ago. And it was really exciting to like something that was actually current. I felt like a part of the world. It's fantastic. So let's see. It seems like we've got a couple new people. And yes, Mr. Vaporize, hello. Mario. And Zipwad. And the semester is flying by. Yeah, first, my daughter's on the quarter system, and we're done with the first quarter. I can't believe it. And Donnie says, everything's fine, and I hope that I submitted my request. Draw Maca from Soul Eater. That sounds complicated. I'm gonna just flat out excuse myself from quality with that request, because that sounds complicated. And Killzone says, I've been teaching myself Blender, gonna try making some of my character designs into a model. Cool. Blender is cool. I've only seen what Blender is capable of, but it's an amazingly powerful program. It'd be so cool to get into it. Also, how many requests should I submit? I make no promises. Heart's content. But the more I'm... Oh, thank you for the super chat, Manny. Could I draw La from Sonic, Knight of the Werehog? Okay, it's like you gotta provide me some reference. That sounds really specific. I don't want to be searching on Google for a long time. And let me get back to Betty. But yeah, have you guys seen anything lately that really floats your boat? Tickles your pickles? Bleats your beats? I don't know. I don't know what people say anymore. I'm still getting used to cool beans. I don't like cool beans. I don't know why. So here I want her to have like fun curls that kind of retain that spooky Elvira shape. Ugh, I wish I could get hair that's that tall. I've never been a fan of hairspray, though. Never learned how to use it. So many times I've tried to figure out how to use hairspray, but it just makes everything like crunchy. Yeah. And I haven't looked at the requests yet. Once I'm done with Betty, I'm gonna close up requests and take a look at what we got. So we'll see that in a second. You know, I'm gonna lift her eyebrow a little bit so we don't have any weird tangents when I do her eyebrows. I mean eyelashes. Oh gosh. Someday I'll learn how to talk and draw at the same time. You know, I'm not a gum chewer, so I don't know if I can chew gum and walk at the same time. I'll have to do this experiment, see if it's easier than talking and drawing. Then I can start doing a live stream where I just walk around and chew gum. That sounds a lot easier, actually. You know, Betty Boop kind of has goth eye makeup. I never realized it before this moment. I stare into your Pac-Man eyes. Only then I realize. Yeah, and before I had her in like a Morticia Addams kind of shuffle dress. But, you know, it's Betty Boop. She's got to show some leg. Otherwise it's like a depressing Betty Boop cartoon. We're like, oh, the censor's got this one. Betty's barely going to be a character in her own cartoon. But I'll still try to make, make these shapes cool down here. Yeah, because when you wear all black, no one's going to notice if it gets a little dirty. It's very helpful when you're shuffling around graveyards. She doesn't have quite the lean. Yeah. Betty Boop has kind of like a cute chubbiness about her. I want to retain that. Betty Boop, Mistress of the Night. Where should her arm be? Up? Let's see. Is that strange for her to have? Like a cobweb coming down? Maybe it's like a cape. Maybe she borrowed some sort of cape from Lydia Dietz. Okay, I think I'm getting there. Wait a second. Oh! Okay, now comes the part of the stream where I start talking about how anxious I'm starting to feel because I'm spending too much time on something that I shouldn't be spending this much time on. Okay, so I'm going to knock back the original doodle. Knock this back just a little bit. Maybe a bit too much. There's no coming back. It's not like there's an undo button. Should I keep her in the short skirt? Maybe I can get away with just having a... Maybe. Just maybe. Okay, I need the sketch for the little bat. Oh, I gotta turn that down. Oh, Alfredo Dente is now following. Thank you so much. Oh, you know, this is appropriate because it is a Halloween stream, complete with jump scares. Okay, let's see. Oh, we seem to have more people join us. Jonathan Hales. And Nasty says, are you excited for the Super Mario Brothers movie next year in spring? I was not aware of that. But the answer, as is with all of these reboots and remakes and everything, is like, no, I'm not excited. Happy to be proved wrong, but I'm over being excited about anything anymore. And Let's see. Autocorrect can be a pain. I've seen her in Roger Rabbit much. What? Oh yeah, I was just thinking about thick, not chubby. Well, thick, it doesn't describe exactly what I mean, but like thick doesn't have that squishy cute quality that chubby has. Like babies aren't thick, they're chubby. Squishable, huggable. Cute and squishy. That's chunky. I didn't say chunky. Chubby. And let's see. And it looks like we've got Mila. Yes. Remember in the early 2000s when goths used to always wear the red and black striped fingerless gloves? Oh, yeah. I love fingerless gloves. Did I see the latest Simps episode? Simps? I don't even know what that is. Can I do Sam Alex from Totally Spies? That would be cute. Edible Needs, where do I primarily stream from? Twitch or YouTube? I do both, all at once. Let me see where I am streaming from today. Destinations. I am streaming on Picarto. And Picarto, why is that there twice? I don't know. I won't mess with anything right now, but apparently I'm streaming on Picarto 3 times. Weird. Okay. And Facebook. I've got 1 view on Facebook, which is strange, because I usually have more on Facebook. Just 1? Okay. Oh, yeah, there's more people on Facebook. Okay. And on DLive, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and Twitch. So I guess most people view me on YouTube. So, Simps equals The Simpsons. Oh, that makes more sense. And Scott Lad says, yo, I got noticed. Everyone gets noticed here. Everyone. Nasty says, what are your favorite Leica films? One of my favorite Leica films is Paranorman. And Paranorman is great. Like for the first half, it is almost a perfect film, but it kind of falls apart. Like that's my big complaint about Leica. Like they have this mad, insane amount of talent, but it's like there's script problems that never get worked out. They just have a lot of third act problems. And Paranorman just, I don't know, it just wasn't, it didn't say as much as it could have. It didn't stay, it's like the movies go on and sort of forget what the setups are. Like, where did all the ghosts go? Paranorman can see ghosts. That was how the movie was introduced. That's how it was marketed. But then, like, after the first act, that's not part of the story anymore. It's just strange to me. But Paranorman is, like, I think it might be the most fun movie and the most fun looking as well. But my favorite is Coraline. I think that's the tightest movie they've ever done, and it's because they're working with, material that's already been written by Neil freaking Gaiman, so, like, unless they really made the effort to mess it up, it was going to be a good story. Yeah, and it's the same thing with Kubo, where it's, I don't know, it's the setup is so strong, the concept is so strong, and the execution is immaculate. Like, I have no problems, no complaints, no criticisms about the execution. They are creative geniuses. But again, it all just sort of, like, they forget why they're there. And, like, after the setup, like, they start introducing new ideas, after they set up the original set of ideas, and then they forget to address the original set of ideas, so it kind of, I don't know. It's like they have so many close, like, potentially perfect films. It's just kind of frustrating. I don't know. I could speculate as to why that is, but I don't know if it's worth it. But I do know that the artists at Laika are crazy, crazy good. I want to make this bat cuter for some reason. So, hey, I just realized a bat is kind of like a cross between a pig and a mouse. Do they have tails? No, they don't have tails. Of course bats don't have tails. Okay. All right, Betty. I think you are well sketched, and I'm feeling that anxiety, like I gotta move on. So this was my request to myself. I'm gonna do this thing where I zoom out and see, does that have a fun silhouette? I don't know. Let me experiment. Maybe to sort of balance it out, I do her swoop coming in on this side. You know what? I think I like that better. I think I do. You know what? I think I do. I'm going to draw this spider here, who for some reason, I feel like he's, no, like going back to Roger Rabbit, how cartoon characters are just, you know, workaday actors. I feel like I've seen this same spider in a dozen cartoons. He's kind of got like the one tooth. Maybe he's a little hairy. But like every few months or so I check out Red Letter Media because I don't know, those guys are funny. And they were doing a review of Roger Rabbit, and it was just nice to revisit how much I love that movie. Okay. You know what? That's feeling a little saggy. I don't know, there's something going on here I don't like. I can't figure it out now. So I'm going to put Betty to one side, and I am going to check out the requests. Here, gaze upon her as I do all this. Nasty says, have you heard the nutty rumors about Cartoon Network dying because of the devil Zaslav? I'm happy the rumors aren't true. Oh, he's not going to kill a brand. He wants to make money. Cartoon Network is a really strong brand. No, I mean, I'm not a fan of Zaslav's sort of. He comes from Discovery. I think he was in charge of turning Discovery Channel into the reality channel, like the reality show channel, which I'm not a fan of. And I'm hoping that's not a similar thing that he's going to do to Warner Brothers, but Warner Brothers wasn't doing great. Like, you want to defend the people who have been ingloriously removed from their employment, and it sucks. It really does. But Warner Brothers had to do something. Otherwise, I don't know. It's just like, it's not a good situation any way you look at it. Yeah, I'm never going to call it Warner Brothers Discovery. Like, I was never going to call it AOL Time Warner because, like, that's ridiculous. That sounds stupid. And, Nasty says, Devil Zaslav is a greedy demon of a CEO. He has no right to ruin animation and write off good shows. Fire David Zaslav. Well, I mean, they have to make money. Which is what most people don't get is that Hollywood is in debt. Like, they are super broke. Disney is in debt to the tune of, I don't know, is it $8 billion or $12 billion? Warner Brothers is also in debt in billions and billions of dollars. I think the healthiest studio around is Sony, and they're also in debt to about $1 billion. And the movies are not producing the returns. Their media is not producing the returns that have been projected. So they're all kind of wondering what to do. The whole streaming wars has been a complete disaster. So, yeah, I just think it's a good opportunity for creators to strike out on their own. If you have something good, produce it yourself. We don't need the okay and the red carpet from Hollywood. You can do it yourself now. I mean, you won't have big bloated budgets, but if you believe in a project, and there's so many creators with so many good ideas, and I know it's hard, it's not easy, but I think the only way to change the just disaster that is Hollywood is for creators to have some self-confidence to step out on their own. Maybe we're going to see just a bunch of creators step out and make their own companies and say, you know what, we're going to produce quality content on our own. We're creative people, and we don't want the bean counter's permission anymore. We're done with that. So I'm hoping something good comes out of this crappiness. So let's see. Horror Beats is done. Let's see how Happy Halloween sounds. A little mysterious. And let's get to the total requests I got. I have turned requests off. And requests are now... Wait a second. Yeah, requests full. I remember how to do things. Oh my gosh, 32. Okay. Let's see the damage. Oh, I think I did that one already. I think that one's left over from the last stream. Clancy. I did Clancy. The ballet teacher. Oh, I can clean a couple of these. Let's see if I can get to... I swear I'm gonna get to them. Oh boy, okay. Sorry about this. I wish there was a way for me to see, like, a chart of everything. I wish I could see the date, too. Okay, now I see. Okay. Maka from Soul Eater. Okay, let's see. Oh, yes. We'll see. At least there's not a lot, like, you know, for an anime character, she's relatively simple. Maybe. I just need some confidence. Let's see what else we got. The Lich. Oh, I've done the Lich. I guess I could do the Lich again. No, I haven't done the Lich. I did the Beast. Okay, let's do the Lich. That's a perfect. Yes. So, okay, this doesn't have a link, but I'm familiar enough with the Lich that I can figure out if he's the right one or not. Oh, I forgot. He's pretty complicated. Okay, what would be a funny thing for the Lich to be doing? Let me grab one or two. Let's see who else we got. La from Sonic, Knight of the Werewolf. Thank you for including the link. It is much appreciated. Wow, that is a lot. Wow, that's a lot of great reference. Thank you. She's a Sonic character? Okay, well, I guess I'm not sure if she's Halloween themed. But I'll work it in somehow. Her name is La. Wait a second. No, she's a ghost. I was thinking she was a mermaid. Why does she look like a mermaid to me? Okay, she's a ghost. She fits. For sure. And a girl ghost in a sheet costume. A girl in a ghost sheet costume. I was actually starting in a previous doodle thing. I was... yeah. Okay. I've already doodled something like that. Duplicate layer into Total Request Live. There we go. Girl ghost. Well, she'll fit in nicely with Law. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, this is gonna be cute. I can't wait. Let's see. What else can I do before I completely pass out for the night? Jessica Rabbit. Not entirely Halloween themed. I've drawn her before. I've actually drawn her a couple times, but it's never been good. Not Halloween themed. I don't know. Pepper Ann dressed as as Chuck E. Cheese. That's very specific. Oh my gosh. Oh, Donnie, this is such a good request. I just watched Arsenic and Old Lace a couple weeks ago. That is a great movie. Raymond Massey and Peter Lorre. He looks like Boris Karloff. And, oh my gosh, thank you.
Jonathan Santos from YouTube.
Thank you, Jonathan. That's a very, very generous super chat. Thank you. Or tip. Yeah, I think that's a tip. That's not a super chat. I appreciate that. Donnie, I love that request, but I don't know if I'll be able to get to it tonight. I'm so sorry. The other parents from Coraline. And you were not able to put a link in there. Very strange. Coraline, other parents. But I know what they're supposed to look like, so. My other mother and my other father. Don't really have a good view of... Don't really have a good view of them. But yeah, they're... God, that movie's super creepy. Yeah, if you find a really good reference image of that, that would be great. Ashley, the robot thief girl. I don't know about the Grady twins from the horror movie The Shining. Ooh, that might be, that's pretty good. Russell Myers, Broomhilda. Hilda. I don't usually do comic characters, so that'll be fun. Oh, and I love those simple, cute designs. Oh, thank you, Rick Robin Cagnan, for 37... I don't know what that is. Can you tell me what that is? What does that symbol? What is that denomination? But whatever it is, I thank you kindly for it. Gives me 30... I'm sure it's great. Outcast Atlians cover. Oh, ATLians. Okay. Specifically Andre 3000 and Big Boy, just them. Let's see. Oh, that's going to be complicated. Would you be satisfied with a class of 3000 fan art? Alright, let's take a dip back in. Oh, just... Cynic, old, lace, Raymond, Peter. I just want to... That's a really good image. Okay. Alright. For anyone who has not seen Arsenic and Old Lace, even if you don't like old movies, it's just so funny. Like the scene where Cary Grant is tied up in the chair and the police officer comes in. I'm just dying just thinking about it. It's so good. Back to... Which tab? The first tab. Okay. Philippine peso. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I have learned something. I am not only tipped, but I am educated. At 37 pierogies. If only. If only. SD says, hey, as an Atlanta resident, do you like Outkast? They seem cool. But you realize I don't listen to music that was produced after 1965. I have so much more in common with your grandma. Poor other father, how he suffered. For real. A purple cat. A purple cat. I'll see if I can work that in. But, again... Oh, yes, class of 3000. Well, just to reiterate, everybody, I struggle with keeping track of requests, so fill out the form so I can keep the reference and everything organized. Because otherwise I just kind of flip out. And again, no promises, no promises. This is just you know, whatever my hand feels like drawing is what I do until I get exhausted. So I'm gonna do an easy one. Let's start with Broomhilda. Broomhilda, I've invented a maneuver. Is she smoking a cigar? Does Broomhilda smoke a cigar? She's kind of got these egg-shaped eyes. What's with this hat? I can't make sense of this shape, so I'm just going to do my own thing here. Creeper's gonna head off to bed now. Yep. That's what I should be doing. Currently at... yeah, sorry, I had to close the requests. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I leave requests open with explicitly promising that I'm just not gonna get to even most of them, and but you could just put it out there and maybe I can do it at some future time? I don't know. I still am struggling with the rules here because I want to please you, but I can't draw everything. I used to what? What did I used to do? I don't know. The hand guides and the artist follows. Oh. Yes. Yes, al dente. Very good. I get it now, al dente. Very good. Maybe if you started these streams in the day rather than the night, it would work. Well, yeah, ideally, but I work during the day and mom during the day, so... And Matthew says, so I'm not getting my thing drawn? I don't know. Which one was your thing? Simple answer is to have one request for everything. That would be good. If somebody could just request everything and I could have it all done in one go. So Hilda, Broomhilda, well, obviously I do not know what cigars look like. Or smoke. She is a deceptively simple character. I am not sure exactly how to interpret these shapes. Oh, I was only supposed to spend 5 minutes on this one. Yeah, she's kind of a sexy witch. I don't know. My hand just thinks that she should be posed like this. Alright, who requested Broomhilda? What do you think? Oh, Susanna's here! Welcome, Susanna! You always have very, very excellent suggestions because I think you like classic films just like me. We were talking about Arsenic and Old Lace earlier. What are your opinions of that film? For some reason, this leg is bothering me now. I'm morphing from one idea to another live. But isn't that why you guys come here? You come here to see the suffering. You come here to see the panic, right? Okay, there you go, Broomhilda. You witchy woman, you. Okay, now for the Lich. What should the Lich be up to, What are you on about, you Master of Darkness? He kind of looks like the Great Horned King. A little bit. The Lich changed. Make him a dude in a Lich suit. Lich should also be smoking a cigar, actually. Oh my gosh, they're remaking Willow. I had not heard of that. Plush said, I am not here for the suffering. I am here solely to see you provide us with some wonderful art. Isn't that just the same thing? A dude in a lich suit. Black Cauldron was such an underrated movie. It is my toddler's favorite movie right now. I don't know how this happened. I said, what do you want to watch today? She says, The Black Cauldron. I said, are you sure? Why do you want to see that? 'Cause it's funny. I think she likes Gurgi. Alright. But I've warmed to it. I don't think it's terrible. You know. It's got an interesting, you know, some interesting stuff in it, but just not executed perfectly. Wow. I've never really looked that closely at the Lich's design. He's terrifying. Just the way his flesh is ripped from his face. Ugh. So, in this idea, we are exploring why the Lich is so dang evil, the depth of his depravity. For few people know that this wretched creature, his favorite candy, is candy corn. For who but an undead master of evil would love candy corn? Okay. Moving on to La. It's a very cute mermaid ghost. I mean, just ghost, not a mermaid, but she looks like a mermaid when I first glanced at the model sheet. Not a criticism, just an observation. Fluffcopter says, it wasn't candy corn, but it was the, he got floss as a child when he was alive. That would turn anybody evil. Hey, Baker Tunes, hello! Hello, CG Tunes! The Lich has no lips and no remorse. So true, Liston, so true. And Rams, hey, Rams didn't see you come in. It could be worse. Your daughter could have been asking for Watership Down instead. Oh no, she's never seeing that. Well, not as a child. Horrifying, because it's so heartbreaking. I wouldn't say Black Cauldron is the darkest animated movie out there. No, it's not that it's... I don't think the Black Cauldron is that dark, except for... the Army of the Undead. But that's only like 3 minutes of the movie. And there's beautiful stuff of the Great Horned King getting sucked into the Black Cauldron. But it's for the most part kind of a goofy movie. I mean, not a goofy movie, but you know what I mean. It's just got a lot of, I don't know how to describe it. It's like Torin, Gurgi, that kind of like, oh, you scamp. There's a lot of that in the movie, which I think is why my daughter thinks it's funny. She likes the pig that can tell the future by putting her nose in water. I mean, there's so much in that movie that doesn't make any kind of sense. It makes me want to read the book just to figure things out. I bet it's a great book that explains the weirdness of that movie. Why does the pig tell the future? Who knows? But she is the prettiest animated pig I've ever seen. Henwin. And I think the reason people think the movie is worse than it is because the voice acting of Taran and what's the princess's name? Elanwi. Their voice acting is really bad. Just very labored and completely bland. And I think if they had a little more personality in their performance, people would feel a little warmer towards the movie. Oh, she's got a really elaborate scarf situation happening. And she's wrapped it around. I'm going to see if I can simplify it. A little more. Did that playlist end as well? Come Come in. Epidemic sound. Where'd you go? There you are. Halloween Town. Let's see what is in store at Halloween Town. Do you have proof that real pigs can't tell the future? I wouldn't put it past them. They are pretty... Yeah, they are pretty smart. And Al says, it's a shame too. I feel like back then many awesome Disney movies were judged far more harshly than they would be now. Yeah. I don't like any of this! Undo it! I'm never gonna erase it. I want to make it so like it never happened. You never existed, you line segment. You lion line. Don't trust that line. He's a lion line. Her neck is looking a little long. So I don't know if ghosts can have cast shadows, but it's helpful to establish the ground plane, so I'm doing it. Okay, so here's the thing that made me have a giggle fit earlier. Is it coming together for you? She borrowed her pumpkin from the Lich. I think it's funnier if her arm's just down. And she's like... Oops. No, I'm gonna move this. There. I think that's a little better. We don't want it to be too complicated. And I just want it to make sure the sheet has a bit of weight to it. Just a little bit, not too much. Or, what do you think? Is it better for it to be a simpler shape? Kind of like just a regular ghost shape. More like Charlie Brown. And just have her little sneakers coming out here. So you can see. It's obviously a little kid under here. Yeah. I think I kind of like that better. Yeah, I think that's a little funnier. I don't know. What do you guys think? A or B? A or B? Oh, Ice Cream Hero asks, what is my favorite candy? I'll tell you the kind of candy I steal the most. It's strange. My favorite candy, Twizzlers. But only the full size. For some reason, the Halloween fun size Twizzlers, I hate them. They're so different. But beyond, if we're talking Halloween candy, I always steal the Snickers. Oh, an Almond Joy. Wasn't always my favorite, but I've become a fiend for Almond Joys. Chocolate-covered coconut. Yum. With just that one little almond pressed in the center. I don't know why, it just makes all the difference. I guess it's because sometimes I feel like a nut. I know, sometimes other people don't, but I've consistently felt like a nut. Oh, it's getting to be 10:30. I've got to... Okay, so I've got this. Oh, the other parents. Let's see what I can make of these. I don't know why, but it took me forever to remember that it's one of the dudes from They Might Be Giants who does the voice of Other Father. Poor Other Father. But it's kind of sweet to know that even the dad, who's like the fake dad, still cares about Coraline. Tries to warn her. And Coraline has a lot of good stuff in it. I don't know how your hair works, Other Father. I'm just going to assume that's okay. Now, Coraline is another book I've always wanted to read, because there's a lot in the movie. Like, the movie is tight. The movie makes sense. It makes emotional sense, which is the most important. I know not every little thing in a movie has to be logical for me, because I know that's, you know, very few movies are like that. But I just ask for an emotionally satisfying movie, where I don't feel like there's anything that's so unexplained that I don't understand a character's motivation. Like, if the character's motivations are clear and well communicated, then I'm willing to forgive quite a lot in a movie. But there's still, like, a lot of really mysterious stuff in Coraline that I figure must be explained in the book. I'm going to move her closer to Other Father. And I could use this as a holiday card. I should probably draw his chest before I draw her hand on it. Now her arm's not... Oh dear. Oh dear, I'm running out of time. Okay. So, quick little family portrait of the other parents. Whoops. I don't know. With the frame or without it? What do you think, you guys? Frameworks. Thank you, Matthew. The other father reminds me a lot of my father, especially fat, sad, and does what he's told, but still a good father. Aww. Aw. Fluffy Animates says, how the heck you draw so good? Probably not in that voice, but I appreciate that. Thank you. Drago says, have you read the comic Deadinia? And they adapted into a Netflix show called Dead End Paranormal Park. No, I have not heard of it. Sounds spooky. Al Dente says, I find with horror, the less you explain, the better. Complain Alien with Prometheus. Did Prometheus explain anything? I freaking hated that movie. My mom is basically the other mother. I don't like my mom. I'm sorry. That really stinks. I mean, that's an understatement. Yeah. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. Oh, I really want to draw these guys. But I think I have one more to get. Yeah. This is... Oh, I forgot who she is. Somebody holler at me. I forgot. What's her name again? And Drago said, I finally noticed. I've called you out, but haven't I? Didn't I say hello? Hello, Drago. There. Consider yourself on notice, or just noticed. Maka, thank you. Maka from, not Soul Calibur. Nah. For some reason, Soul Calibur's in my head. Prometheus and Covenant tried to explain the deal with the space jockeys and the aliens, and as the result made them so much less. Did they, though? It still didn't make any sense. It just seemed bloated and unsatisfying. And that's what I mean. Going back to what I said about a movie, I'm willing to forgive logical missteps if it's emotionally satisfying. And Prometheus was one of the least emotionally satisfying films I'd ever seen. It was like I was seething in the theater, and I'm not a fan of the Aliens franchise. Not that I have anything against it, it's just not my thing. I saw I think the first two classic ones, and were like, those were movies, those are pretty cool. Horrifying, great animatronics and puppetry, my gosh, wow. Unparalleled. What? How does this hair go? Is it really always going in opposite directions? Is it really doing that? Or is this just an action pose? Well, this is my stream, so I'm gonna... Oh, heck. I'm not gonna rock the boat. Now, if I'm going to get this Blatherskite in there, I better... size it down. You know what? I don't think her boots are falling off anytime soon. She's not gonna Cinderella those down a staircase, I'm telling you what. Not sure how to handle the coat. It's like she's lunging forward. Oh! Jump scare. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Sorry, my request came last. I'm at work. Oh. Oh dear, what was your request? What was your request? Oh, see, Quinn. That's a nice compliment. Thank you, Quinn. I think I need to increase the size of this. I don't know anything about this character, but she seems like aggressive. I mean, that doesn't look like ketchup on her scythe. Oh, pleats. I know, it's simple, but just another thing I gotta think about. There. Yeah, that's a little more of an expressive mouth. More instead of it's like, somehow, that's more expressive to my way of thinking. Okay, and I just sort of blocked in the hands. Let's see if I can come up with something that looks a bit more hand-like. Are quite that big. Why am I killing myself? I do not want to even attempt to get this on model. But here I am attempting it. Stop! Make her a 1930s cartoon character. Take the easy way out. Dumb brain, you should scream louder. Okay. That hand is ridiculous. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, why do I have to get that curve in the cuff right? Vocals? There's no vocals in baseball. Hey! 10 p.m. Elsa, she's studious and pretty confrontational. Dylan asked, or said, or commanded me, Joanna, you work in the Has-Been Hotel Pilot. Depends on what you mean by pilot. I'm not sure if Vivzy Pop is doing something else for her deal. But I did a tiny, itty bitty, tiny little insignificant bit. That's all I had time for. Would have loved to have done more. Hey, Ponky Valdez. I'm glad you were able to join us. And hi, Niels. And Drago says, can't even draw traditional anime style right. Lol. I'm glad my suffering amuses you. And we've got... Oh, that is a great request. Mr. Bean as Gomez Adams. Bah. And Beowulf says, any new shows you're watching right now? Not right now, but I did mention earlier in the stream that I was delighted because I watched something that was current, and I liked it. Gasp. Impossible, you say. I scoff at this notion. Scoff, scoff, scoff. No, I say. 'Tis true. I enjoyed it. Yea, verily. And I'm looking forward to the second season very, very much. It's Severance on Apple Plus. Just like a terrific show. It's like Lost, but in an office, and you actually get a sense that the writers know what they're doing, which is so unfamiliar a feeling to me that I almost didn't believe it and was expecting the show to get stupid. But it was great the whole season, and it left me really, really anxious for the next season, which I understand is in production right now. Okay, let's see. I've got my Maka sketch. This one's so good. Do I have time? I don't have time, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do something super, super stylized. As again, talking about arsenic and old lace. It's a dark comedy. It gets rather dark at times. But it's a comedy all the way through. But the wonderful thing about it is seeing Cary Grant have an absolute nervous breakdown. He's so good. He's so funny. I don't think he's ever had a role this hilarious, and I'm including His Girl Friday. He's hilarious in His Girl Friday. But just to see him every moment he's on screen is absolutely joyful, and I highly encourage everyone to run out and get Arsenic and Old Lace. I'd love to see it as a stage performance. That's what it originally was. Now, what was he holding? It's a knife. Oh, yeah. He's this psychopathic... well, I don't want to give any spoilers for this movie that's 1,000 years old. Karanga is now following. Ooh, I like that word. Karanga. I wonder what it means. Does Karanga mean anything? Oh, somebody and Joker Karanga just subscribed. Oh, so I've got a Karanga on 2 separate platforms. Very exciting. It's going to be a good day tomorrow. He needs crazier eyebrows. Angrier eyebrows. Messier hair. Donnie says, yes. Oh, and Beowulf said, oh, I've got... Okay. Invisible Jessica Rabbit was my request. Invisible Jessica Rabbit? Invisible Jessica Rabbit? What does that mean? Did I not read that correctly? Ashley the robot girl. And Al said, competent writers? I know. Matthew says, man, if only you had a Discord server where we discuss animation and we convince you to watch current stuff to get you off your high horse. Dude, I've tried. I can't suffer anymore. Please don't make me suffer anymore. I've given it the old college try. And now I'm just letting things age before I give it, because you know what's awful is when you get, even if you find a show that you really like, I've never seen such stark drop-off before when it comes to returning seasons. Just like there's nothing like falling in love with a few characters and then seeing the second season completely butcher them. My heart cannot break anymore. I'm tired of it. There's plenty of great stuff to watch in my queue of just things I've never gotten around to. I don't need to stay on top of every current thing. I really don't. There's plenty of people doing that. Plenty. So, yeah. I'm not on a high horse. I am broken. I am a beaten, battered, abused viewer of all of this content. Just don't make me go back to my abusive streaming service. Insert whichever streaming service you want. And granted, this all started before streaming services were really a thing. I remember the first one was Lost. No. Battlestar Galactica. That was the first time I was like, what? This can't be true. This is how it ends? Oh, well, at least I have Lost to look forward to. And then we all know what Lost did. And now every time I see David Lingeldinger Dorfenhorfer attached to anything, I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna. I got tricked with Prometheus. I got tricked because people said it was good. Damien. Is his name Damien? I bet it's Damien. But I'm not. I'm just not gonna give. Because when I sit and absorb a movie, like I'm giving my heart to this movie. I'm opening up my heart and my mind and my time. I don't have a lot of time. So I'm just gonna let things see if they pan out before I give my time to them. Boris Karloff had such a great voice. Yeah, he's apparently the he originated the role on Broadway, but couldn't do the movie because he was performing it on Broadway. But they got some of the other actors, like the aunties. So they had Raymond Massey do a Boris Karloff impression, which is pretty funny. And there's a new X-Men animated series. We'll pick up where the 90s cartoon left off. We'll see. Oh, and Arsenic Old Lace is getting released on Blu-ray. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, Neil says, Arsenic and Old Lace is so good, always feel slightly out of breath by the time it's over. Like, oh my gosh. So much happens in one... Like, I love anything, any kind of story that can be in one room for the duration of the film or the play. And, like, if it all feels natural and well-paced and everything, it's really hard to do. But once in a while you get a gem like Arsenic and Old Lace that makes that one room feel like just the center of the universe. Okay, I'm gonna give Peter Lorre bigger eyes. Peter Lorre might be the most caricatured Hollywood personality of all time. Like, so much so that even people now will recognize the caricature even if they can't put a name to it. They'll be like, oh yeah, that guy. Which is weird. They always draw him with really puffy lips. He doesn't have lips that are that puffy. But if I don't give him the puffy lips, no one will recognize him. So leave it to me to butcher the most caricatured actor of all time. And I have to put his teeth in. And also, I don't think his gap teeth are all that noticeable. I think he's... Call me crazy. I think Peter Lorre is, in his youth, a pretty handsome guy. I'm just saying. So to see him caricatured as this, like, creature from the Black Lagoon, swamp creature, is always kind of funny. I bet he had a good sense of humor. To do all those, all of the roles that he was cast in, he must have had a good sense of humor. I actually don't know much about him. I know he's Hungarian, but I don't know much about his personal life. I went on a binge one time looking up the biographies of Hollywood actors I enjoyed, and I just skipped over Peter Lorre. This could be a crappy caricature. I'm sorry. I'm not good at caricatures. I just am not. It's something I need to work on. gonna pull his hand down a little bit so he's just clawing at his face. So in this movie, Peter Lorre, his exit from the movie is just the best. It makes me laugh every time I think of how he exits the movie. Like that. Okay, I'm not gonna try and act out the movie. I'm gonna turn everyone off. Okay. Oh, people have 5 fingers, don't they? Yeah, I think we grew an extra one at the turn of this century. Someday I'm gonna learn how to draw hands, too. Someday I'm gonna learn how to draw. I think that would be useful in my profession. Okay. Menacing eyebrows. And welcome, Axelis. Finally caught a stream. Welcome. And 4Kids was the company that ruined anime in the United States. And Matthew says I should try and add some jazz to my server to give it more activity. I've not been very active on social media lately. I'm giving all of my hours to my job. It's been hard to stay on top of it. So I've been meaning to do a stream for the longest time. But I mean, I'll try. I'll do my best. I mean, sometime I do plan to take time off and work on my own things for a while, and then I'll be able to manage social media a bit better. Make it an animation discussion hub and all. And, okay, I gotta get down. Al says, most people have 5 fingers unless they're part of the Yakuza. Or unless they're, What's... In Assassin's Creed, what's the organization that they cut off a finger to? Whatever. It was Peter Lorre who encouraged Bogart to marry Lauren Bacall. Did I ever watch the 1957 12 Angry Men? Oh, yeah, the original 12 Angry Men. Killer movie. The ultimate one-room movie. Oh my gosh, it's so powerful. Just incredible explanation of just the human psychology. And when he slams that knife down on the table, wow, it's a great moment. And never have I felt so grateful for air conditioning. Okay, so I think it's already 11. I think I'm just gonna... Okay, so we've got my Betty, Broomhilda, the Lich, trick-or-treating, Law, and little girl ghost meeting each other. I kind of like that one. I think I did good on that one. And then the other parents from Coraline, and Maka from not Soul Calibur, but something else that I can't remember, and I apologize. And Arsenic and Old Lace, not Boris Karloff, and Peter Lorre. Raymond Massey, that's it. So I think I just want to finish one thing. And this is going to be my color layer, or my colo layer, as... Oh my god, it's late. Okay. And this is my favorite brush, the Builder brush. And I'm not going to go pure black. I'm going to do just a very dark gray with the hopes that this will let me see the line work. Or not. Maybe I need to do a slightly lighter dark gray. Okay, I'm seeing the same thing. Well, I could sort of see. That'll work. And, you know, normally I kind of rush and do drop color. But today I'm just going to see, because then it's kind of sloppy and I spend forever cleaning it up. So I'm just going to see if I invest time up front, will it save time on the back end? I mean, it's a crazy assertion, but we'll see how it turns out. I should save. Yeah. Only you can prevent Photoshop crashes. Also Adobe. Soul Eater. Soul Eater. Okay, there you go. So, no Pepper Ann dressed as Chuck. Doh. I'm sorry. That one just didn't speak to me. And I've got a limited amount of time, and there were some requests that were really exciting to me. That my hand draws what it wants to draw. What's that movie about the guy who gets a hand transplant from the murderer and his hand starts murdering people? What's that movie? It's not Bruce Campbell, is it? Is Bruce Campbell in that movie? Is it a Sam Raimi movie? Okay. Chat, help me out. Hands of Orlac or Mad Love? No, The Hand. It's not Dr. Strangelove. No, it's not Dr. Strangelove. Idle Hands? I think it's Idle Hands. Yeah. Andrea! Hey! Just dropping in to say hi. Wish I could have caught more of the stream. Oh, it's good to hear from you. Hello, how are you? How's everything? How's the baby? Everything? Are you good? You're all right? Okay. Bye-bye. In case you've already left. Then that doesn't... That I just made a... Okay. Somebody talk about Chuck Norris. Yeah, Andrea probably left. Yeah, I think it's Idle Hands. I don't know. The hand sounds familiar. And Neil says, Hands of Orlok. Hands of Orlok. That's not... No, that's Manos' Hands of Fate. And Evil Dead, that is a Bruce Campbell movie, but not... I don't think it's Idle... I think it's Idle Hands. And... Oh, you're still here. Had to look up Idle Hands. Yeah. So, is there actually a genre of hand murderer movies? Because it sounds like all of these are about hands with a life of their own. And Susanna says, liking the shading when I don't do drop color. Yeah, I'm liking it too. It looks kind of like crayon. Didn't know the builder brush could have this nice of a texture to it. So I think I'm gonna give her red back here. Need to make it lighter. We need a little bit more contrast. Oh my gosh. Going so much lighter than I intended. That's better though. In Idle Hands, his hand was possessed, not a transplant. Okay, checked. Idle Hands is a 1999 movie where similar things have been. The hand is attached to the teen's body. In Idle Hand, his hand was possessed, not a transplant. Okay, so is it the hand where it's a transplant? Also, is Bruce Campbell in any of these movies? And so it said, OMG, I thought that movie was a fever dream. Isn't it? It's kind of funny to sort of half remember a movie, but the part you remember is so vivid. Like, there's a lot of stuff I watched as a kid where it took a while to discover that it was actually a true and real movie. Like The Mouse and His Child and The Point. Haunted me. The Mouse and His Child, I definitely remember the things that freaked me out. But The Point, I still to this day don't know why I remember it. I don't remember anything except that I was spooked by it. And it's not a spooky movie. Just something about it disturbed me. I don't know. Maybe I need to watch it again. But to this day, I have not watched The Mouse and His Child. To this very day. Yeah, there's a whole trope about possessed limbs. Wow. And Neil says, well, Le Monde de Orlok has been adapted so many times it's a genre all by itself. And there's no Bruce Campbell in any of these. Tis a pity. Idle Hands, the hand keeps killing after it's cut off. Huh. And the horror genre is something I could never get into. I've watched a couple horror movies. Like I said before, like Aliens, and I can appreciate that when I see a good movie, it's just a good movie. But I have a very low tolerance for grossness. And tension. No, it's not tension, it's sounds. Usually horror films have good horror films have very good sound design, and it wrecks me. I do not like haunted houses. I went to Halloween Horror Nights, had a great time, but my least favorite part was going through the haunted houses. Even when I was like, I see you hiding in the corner there. I know you're going to jump out at me as soon as I walk by. I'm looking right at you. I know what's going to happen. And I get scared every time. When it happens, every time. And it makes me mad, because it's just something very primal in my brain reacts to it, even though logically I know that I'm not gonna get hurt here, and I can tell what's gonna happen, and it just makes me mad, and I just don't like it. Or even in movies where I can tell where the jump scare is gonna be, and it still gets me every time. I hate jump scares. Yeah. Oh, but since it's nearly Halloween, what's everybody's favorite Halloween movie, horror or otherwise? Here, let's give her super pale skin. Young Frankenstein 100%. Excellent choice. What about The Blob? Have I seen that film? I have not seen The Blob. Five Nights at Freddy's. I've heard about that. We'll jump even when I see it coming. You like the Sonic movies? Those are your favorite Halloween movies? The Wolfman. Some classic Universal. Wow, this looked so much lighter when I selected it. Oh well, I guess she's doing her Elvira thing. Neil says, when it comes to horror, I'm old school, very old school, 1930s and 40s, pre-gross out horror. Oh. So what's a good, like, Phantom of the Opera? Like, what's a good, scary 1930s horror film? So I don't know of too many. I guess there's just the Universal films. Like Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, Frankenstein a Go-Go. Dracula. Oh, you know, the silent film Nosferatu is pretty creepy. Have you ever seen the original Nosferatu? Man. Just, who designed that creature? I remember in What We Do in the Shadows, they had a Nosferatu vampire, and And they just sort of treated him like a feral animal. Yeah, I've never seen the original Dracula movies. Oh, it's getting late. Poop! And The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari was pretty surreal and unsettling film. Oh yeah, that was one of those German expressionist films. Yeah. Universal Studios series is one way to go, but you should try the Val Lewton movies like Cat People or I Walked with a Zombie. Much better than the title suggests. Have I seen Wait Until Dark with Audrey Hepburn? Yes. That's a very tense movie. And she did... I've always loved Audrey Hepburn, but I never credited her as being a remarkable actress. But in that movie, I've never seen her give a performance like that. Just... she plays a blind lady really well. And... oh, and it's also one of those sort of one-room thrillers. Like, it's a thriller that takes place in one room. So, yeah, I really liked Wait Until Dark. I've only seen it once, though, but I remember really enjoying it. I'm futzing around when I need to be finished because tomorrow's going to be a long day and I need to get some sleep. Have I seen Invasion of the Bunny Snatchers? That was one weird Bugs Bunny short. Seen several Treehouse of Horrors. I watched when I was watching The Simpsons. Yeah. Love Attack of the 50-Foot Eyesores. Have I seen The Bad Seed? Yes, I have. It's a weird movie. I guess it started the whole demonic child thing. But she's not technically demonic, she's just evil. But yeah, it's just weird how it ends with the cast coming out, taking a bow, and then the girl getting spanked. Like, it's really cheeky and silly, and I don't know. It sort of takes... I guess they had to do something to lighten that movie because it's just so awful what happens. But again, it's like they're being introduced as actors now. Why is the actress getting spanked? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I guess it's cute, but it took me out of it in a unpleasant way. But I guess they were experimenting with how horrifying a story they could have. But I'm sure they've remade The Bad Seed since then. They must have. Oh my gosh, is that what The Good Son is? Is The Good Son a remake of The Bad Seed? Chat, you're smart, tell me. Hepburn's cuteness overshadows her acting prowess. You know what? That might be true. And Ponke said goodbye 10 minutes ago, probably. So, bye! Thank you for in case you're still here. Thanks for... I just lost the thread of that. It's one of the best. There's a Treehouse of Horror. Not It was good. There was Treehouse of Horrors that really scared me as a kid. I wasn't sure of what they were being a parody of, but there's I guess one of the most famous ones where Bart Simpson is playing the kid from the Twilight Zone who wishes people into the cornfield. When he turns Homer into the Jack-in-the-Box, I don't know, it spooked me. And then when I saw the thing it was referencing, that Twilight Zone episode, years later, I was like, oh. Man, the Twilight Zone could be really spooky. Just that transformation that you see in Shadow, so grotesque and horrifying. Like everything they don't show gives me nightmares. like in the beginning, they don't show it. They don't even suggest a visual of it. But what that little boy is doing to that gopher, and you just see this look of just horror and disgust on the guy's face. Is like, what you doing? That's real good. You keep doing that. That's real good what you're doing there. It's terrific television. It's terrific acting, terrific storytelling. And just really terrifying. And I always have time for a lip highlight. There you go. Oh, all of a sudden I don't like her hair. I know I don't have time for any more shenanigans here, but it just looked a little too even. if it's late, will the stream continue tomorrow? I don't... I will have to finish what I've started. I will finish what I've started, but it will have to be offline, and I can't guarantee when it will be done. I'm working with very limited hours. Okay, I like that a little bit better. Let's see if I can... Yeah, that's a little better. Oh, it's past 11:30. Joe! Be faster! You know, at this point, I'm thinking I should have just done drop color. I could have bada binged this in 10 minutes. I love it when I tried to erase some schmutz that's actually on my screen. Okay, so the last detail I'm going to be taking, I'm just going to make this white, and maybe I could put a slight dent on the left side where it looks like a bouffant with bangs. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh! Brilliant! Thank you, Susanna. I think that helps a whole lot. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Oh, I forgot the critters. Can't forget the critters. Ice Cream says, what are the kids going to be for Halloween? A wolf, which we've been putting together for months and months and months. We found a lot of really cool stuff at thrift stores for her to use in her wolf costume. We found like this fashion vest that's all furry, but it's got this great white and gray gradation in it. Plus it's super warm, which pleases my mom brain. And my youngest, after wanting to be a dragon, like her big sister, and then a dinosaur, she really wanted to be a dinosaur last year. Just very insistent and very particular. It was hard to find a dinosaur costume that pleased her. Like I'd find a dinosaur costume and she's like, not that one. I'm like, kid, can you draw me a picture? What is it you want? But this year, we were walking in a store, and she just stopped, and this was like months ago, where we talk about Halloween costumes pretty early on, because I hate being stressed last minute. And we're walking in the store, and she just stops and says, that. And it was the pinkest, floofiest princess dress you have ever seen. And I said, are you sure? You want to be a princess? And she was like, that. And we had to try it on in this, right in the store, make sure it fit. And she didn't just put on that dress, she became a princess. She just held herself up higher and more, like, she became regal. It was quite hilarious, and quite wonderful too. So we got this poofy pink princess dress for her, and she's wanted to wear it literally every day since. And I had to take a moratorium on it and say, look, we gotta make sure we keep this clean for Halloween. And that seemed to convince her, so she hasn't been a princess for like a week or so, so she's gonna be very happy. We're going to a doctor's appointment tomorrow as well, just a checkup, and we're going in the princess dress. And should be a good time. But also, I guess it's not strange that she wants to be a princess every day. My oldest wants to be a wolf every day, so there's inevitably a part of every day where it's just costume time. I don't mind. It's fun, because they both become very helpful. I say, Helper Wolf, could you put this over in that room? I love Helper Wolf. And it's getting close to midnight. Oh my gosh, this might go till actual Halloween. Won't that be something? I don't know how many toes a bat has. I'm going to pretend it's 2, because that's faster. I'm just trying to find a better place for this wing. I just like the bat's head shape so much. I don't want to spoil it. Oh well. It's okay if you end up sleeping later than usual. I do it all the time. Oh, it's so obvious you don't have children. Oh my goodness. You could not have said a less kind thing to me. It's like telling somebody who's trying to lose weight. It's like, hey, go ahead, have some cheesecake. It's fine. I mean, it's really, really good. Just, it's fine. Just do it. I'm gonna give the bat yellow eyes. Do they have pink noses? No, no. That'd be too bright. Okay, I still have not figured out what to do. For this wing. Maybe if I just move the wing over here, it won't be so bad. I can't whistle. We should go lighter. Yeah, what would that look like if I went lighter? Lighter than that. Okay, we got a smudge of color. So I've got this knocked down. I'm going to just go over it with a little bit. Should I do a pencil? Yeah, I should do a pencil. Conti crayon. What would that look like? Yeah, let's do this. Let's try this. It's a little unwieldy at smaller sizes. Charcoal champ. Okay, let's define these eyebrows. Do I have a favorite Betty Boop cartoon? I actually haven't seen all of them. But I guess it would have to be a Cab Calloway one. I like the spookiness of those. And also Cab Calloway. Have I scared Shrekless? I don't like Shrek very much. This is my favorite kind of Halloween music. A spooky minor waltz. Someday I'm going to do something that has a minor waltz in it. Oh. What if she had... What if that went over like that? No, that's confusing visually. You know, I think I'm gonna get rid of... the spider web on her left side. I just can't figure a way to make that work. I can do this because of layers. Oh! Well, thank you for subscribing, Tiffany Miller. Well, I'm just going to move this a bit closer, and then I think I'm going to call it a night. Okay, so, in review, oh hey, no parking Barry. Nice to see ya. And, oh, thank you. Thank you, Niels. That was a really sweet thing to say. I appreciate that. I think I've created my next t-shirt. Maybe. Betty Boo. Oh, no. There. If I tipped you, would my request be more likely to be drawn or not? I do prioritize tips. I do. I think that's fair. But I don't exclusively do tips. But if you want me to strongly consider your option, then yeah. I've gotta make the donuts. Elvira Betty looks smashing. Thank you. I wish I need to stream more. Oh, forgot. Oh, bother. Okay, I meant to do one last thing. I wanted to get these going. I guess I'm not crazy about it, but eh. And if I do make this a t-shirt design, then I'd have to call it something inconspicuous. I'd call it a 1930s spooky character. That'd be funny. Yeah, I have to be clever with how I name things now. But yeah, oh, yeah, so, yeah, I'm gonna go over what we've done this evening. Let's review, shall we? We've got Sassy Broomhilda. Let's get, there we go. Sassy Broomhilda. The Lich, enjoying his candied corn. Oh, I forgot to do... I forgot to draw his cape. There. That'll do. We've got this one of Law and the Little Trick-or-Treater. The other parents from Coraline. Maka. Yeah, we kind of did a lot today. Arsenic and Old Lace. That's the sound happening here. And my dear Betty. So thank you for everyone who joined today. And again, I apologize for taking so much time between streams, but just know I'm working on. This is kind of a job that's kind of a important for me, and I just want to make sure I do a good job, that because hopefully it'll lead to better things. We never know unless we give it our best. And yeah, so that means original stuff has still got to be put on the back burner, but it's still driving me crazy up here, so eventually I'll get to a point where I can do these streams more regularly, but right now I've got to squish as much time as I can into the paid work. And thank you just so much for joining me. Thank you, Drago and Beowulf and Matthew and Susanna and Barry. Happy Halloween. And gosh, let's get ready for Thanksgiving. I think I should start my Christmas shopping. I guess we'll see. One thing at a time.